Live from the Texas Cheerlicker Studios. It's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Well, it's been a while since we had to do it this way, but today we're doing it this way. So yesterday I woke up in the morning and felt my voice sounded weird. I thought, well, it's the temperatures are changing. There's some stuff blowing into the area, and I feel fine. I had sounded weird in my just had had crud, and went to work. We did the show just fine. And then yesterday afternoon, probably 3 or 4 o'clock, I started feeling stuff right in my throat, started coughing, got a headache, and I'm sorry, fellas, but I have a damn freaking cold. That's unfortunate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude, I got a bad cold. I got a cold. All right. So we live our country's become real soft in the last 20 years. Our country's become a massive drama queen here in the last 20 years.
Nothing wrong with that.
Being a drama queen? Okay. We've become a fearful country full of fearful people. Every little thing's a massive problem. I just want to say, I don't think I have COVID. I know I don't have the flu because I still feel fine from the neck down. I have no weakness. Like I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go out and run a marathon right now because I'd make my head cold symptoms worse. But I could physically if I had to. So as a precaution, if we go back to 5 years ago, in an abundance of caution for the safety of our employees here at Love You Hard TV, I've elected to do the show at home. Good morning. It's In the Building. I'm got stuffies and snot and headache and all that shit. But it's not the flu, I know, because when you have the flu, I had the flu, I wouldn't be doing the show.
Did Nina put you on the couch?
No, she slept with me last night. She'll probably get sick. So
that's women. Women will do that. My wife does the same, but when they're sick, I leave. I go downstairs.
Really?
I don't like being sick, man.
Dude, of course, but
I'm a little bitch when I'm sick.
Well, and I don't blame you because we're grown-ass alpha males, and when something affects our performance, Rudy, we get upset about it. So, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We have a lunch meeting today, which I'm going to go to, right?
Because that's about some money.
Well, yeah. I feel fine. I just sound awful, but I do have a cold because I've got the scratchy throat. I've got the headache. I'm medicated. I just felt like I could have went into the studio today, but that would have wiped me out for lunch. This lunch is important. I want to have it, and so I thought, well, let me just do the show at home, get some rest, take a bunch of meds, drink some tea, and get enough energy just to go to our hour and a half lunch later today, and then come home and get back on the couch and chill and see how it goes tomorrow morning. So that's the plight of me. Welcome in here, everybody. It is show number 412 of In the Building from the Texas Cheerlicker Studios, which today is us emanating from home. The audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet. Rudy is at home. I'm at home. It is my fault. So punch me for going to work yesterday thinking I just had allergies when it turns out I had cold. How you feeling? You fine?
Oh, no, I'm good. But again, I told you, my daughters still sound like shit. So now you're making me think maybe they have a cold. Someone in the chat says his wife and kids are sick. So maybe my kids don't have allergies, but guess what? We don't do absences in this house.
No,
so you go get everybody else at school sick.
Love it.
That's fucked up.
I love it. You can have a cold. You're fine. You're not going to die. I don't get teenagers die from COVID.
Yeah, they get us sick year round. The only time I get sick is when school's in because my kids bring shit back.
Right, of course.
Yeah, so I'm sure me and my wife, one of us will get it here soon if they have a cold. I don't know what they got.
And I get it. You got a little one too who's in first grade. Those kids don't clean their hands. They don't touching on each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wiping like this and
see, colds I can handle.
Yeah.
Them stomach bugs, if I get a stomach bug, I'm telling you right now, I am the biggest baby on the planet with a I can do colds. Stomach ache, I'm down for the count, man. You might as well say I'm dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here if I had the squirts. This is not COVID. I don't think. It doesn't feel like it. I've had COVID God knows how many times. So I'm used to having COVID. I know what it feels like. This is not it. I don't have the flu because I don't have body aches and the horrible fatigue. This is just, believe it or not, boys and girls, back in the day, we just got colds. I think I've just got an old-fashioned head cold. So sucks.
And summer colds are the worst, even though it's not summer. It's technically fall.
Although today, I don't think we're supposed to get to like 91, 92.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I don't think we're supposed to hit 90. We're going to get
and then next week is low 80s. So, and only in Texas do we call this a cold front.
Right. It's not. I thought about that this morning because I was watching the weather. It's like, we got a cold front. We don't have a cold front. We have a warm down. It's not a cold. We don't get cold. Get the fucking cold front.
What's a cold front, dude?
I don't know. Get the fuck out of here. I don't have a cold front. They have less hot. And it makes it even worse when you have a head cold because you sweat and you go outside, it just feels worse.
Well, one of the benefits of doing the show from home is the chat gets its drops. I don't know where they come from. Every time we're at home, I don't know how. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we start hearing drops when we're on the road per se. So it's weird. I don't know how that happens.
I don't know, dude. Bouquet's a weird kid. He refuses to do drops unless we do home show. That's his way of, because he wants us probably to ultimately just do them at home.
He would love to be at home every day.
Yeah, so he sabotages the show.
He's a COVID baby. These COVID babies like being at home, and he's one of them.
Right.
Because 5 years ago, Buki was 22. He was a baby. He was going to class in bed, doing all his college courses in his bed. So now that,
sir, I graduated. I was the last class before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Last class before COVID. So I got out of there and I just masturbated all day during COVID.
Oh my God, dude.
It's 10:10. It's 8 a.m. in Cali. We have people in Cali that listen.
Bam!
They don't want to hear that.
I'm like Emerald, the chef. I just got to throw some bam on
Some dude is eating over easy eggs right now, and you're talking about jizz.
Well,
with Buki, it's always jerk off o'clock. As you've noticed,
it's jerk off o'clock somewhere.
You need a little dopamine, you
can actually get that, Buki, if you just walked around the block.
Rudy, so we've never actually asked him about COVID. Like, so in 2020, where were you? You already graduated school?
I just graduated. Yeah, 2019, I graduated.
Were you here in San Antonio?
Yes. Yeah, I stayed with my parents, which was my hell.
Well, see, I feel like everybody in Texas had a different experience. Like if you had someone in Cali or someone in New York, somewhere like that, especially New York where they really got hit hard. Like Texas, I really don't feel like I was outside, bro. I was taking chances. They said the bars, I was taking risks. I was taking risks, bro. I was outside, I don't feel like we dealt with it the way because I went to Cali in 2021, summer of 2021, and they still had us ordering out food outside. Full mask mandate. I got written up on Uber. I got an Uber bad review because I didn't have my mask fully on inside the car.
Whoa.
This is summer of 2021. And I was using my wife's account. She was like, why am I getting 0 stars? Why am I getting a bad review on Uber? What the hell are you doing out there? I was like, I didn't have my mask on and the lady flipped out on me. So I don't feel like we went through that in Texas. Like, I don't feel like we experienced COVID the way some of the country did. Like all the red states, we were like, fuck it. If we get it, we get it. You know what I mean?
Man, so I was in Hawaii and you could not.
Oh, you were on lock.
Yeah, we were, but
you were
had
safe.
The entire island to ourselves.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right.
We had no tourists. It was great. And the Hawaiian government did crack down pretty hard. But after a while, you can't keep people from the beaches. That was stupid. We needed to be outside. You know, I remember talking to Doc Garrett about this. He's like, no, you're in Hawaii. Go outside, lay in your backyard all day. That heat is good. You need
vitamin D.
And you live on a beach. And so it's eventually the locals were like, fuck that shit. We're going to the beach, you know, because you weren't like you're way beyond 6 feet from somebody. We were at the beach.
And you're outside. Now, Mike, let me ask you this.
Crowded.
When you, if I'm not mistaken, okay, because at the time you're still with iHeart, and at the time you still came home sometimes. I remember y'all had a big no mask party and people were talking shit about y'all. But when you would travel back to Hawaii, did they make you stay in a room 14 days?
The worst. Yes.
Was it legit 14 days that they would come check on you type shit? Was it like
14 days. I lost my fucking mind. So I went back. My wife at the time turned our guest room into my house. She moved my radio gear was in there so I can do the show, and my wife freaked out. She was one of those.
Oh, she was one of those.
Oh,
I get it.
Freaked out, acted like half the planet was gonna die. It made way too big a deal of it. So when I got back, she was like, "Oh no!" They wouldn't even let me. I couldn't even like talk to the kids. It was awful.
Even in your own home,
in my own home, I was captive. She would not let me out of that room, and I was like, "This is some bullshit." And we argued, but blah blah blah. But I will tell you this: I'm about 2 days into my quarantine, and I get a text message from the state of Hawaii. The U.S. the Hawaiian government texted me, "Hey, just want to let you know that we want to check on you, make sure you're doing okay, and make sure not to leave your home. You still have 12 days." Oh, I was their way of saying, we're pinging your phone.
So if they would have caught you out, they would have came and wrote you a ticket or some shit.
Yeah, man. And then about a week into it, it's about 8:30 at night, knock on the door, Hawaii 5-0's at the door. Mr. Taylor, I'm Officer such and so, Hawaii, Honolulu PD. Just want to make sure everything's okay. Check on everybody. You feeling okay? We understand you flew back from Texas last week, blah, blah, blah. Yes, sir, officer. I'm feeling okay. He was just making sure my ass was at home, because you can ping my phone, but people were like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to get in the truck and drive around the island and leave my phone at home just so I can get out. So I didn't do the full 14 days. Here's what I did. I was so miserable. About like on day 9, I told my wife at the time, I'm gonna commit suicide, or I need to take a drive.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, dude, you're gonna get arrested. And I'm like,
let's leave my phone at home. Fuck it.
Here's what I did. I called the state of Hawaii. They had a hotline. If you're experiencing COVID symptoms, or you think you may have COVID symptoms, call this number, and then we'll make an appointment for you to come in and get tested. I lied and told the state of Hawaii that I was having symptoms and feeling bad. And they're like, oh, okay, drive to this. They had like these, you remember how crazy it was? He had like these setups where you can go get tested, like these drive-through outdoor testing sites. And so they set me an appointment for the next day at like 9:30 in the morning. Drive straight to the testing site, keep your mask on, pull up to this number and text us. I lied about symptoms, Rudy, just so I could get in my car and go outside. And they even stuck the stick way up my nose and everything. I went through the freaking test.
Just so you could get some sun.
And it came back negative.
Of course.
Just so I can get in the car and be out of the house for an hour, because I was losing my effing mind. And the whole world lost its mind. And we all overreacted. And at that time, this was still early on, because what you're talking about is when I came home, as you referred to my super spreader event that we had. When I came home for a week.
Dude, I remember seeing it on social. I was like, who cares? But yeah, people were making a big deal.
Right,
I see every comment was like,
I know.
Oh, I see no one's wearing a mask. I see no one's wearing a mask. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Jesus.
Grown ass people, no kids around. So I just got back from that. So it's early on. So we still didn't really know how bad COVID was going to get. We didn't know how awful it could be. There was all this news out there. You weren't sure what to trust. And, of course, it turned into political warfare, of course. But at the end of the day, I think I've had COVID probably 3 times, maybe 4. And it's never knocked me on my ass. Never.
Yeah. Looking back on it, and if y'all haven't noticed, I'm as left as they come. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the vaccine? Looking back,
question how left you are. My thoughts on the vaccine?
And the boosters, like looking back, because I'm yes, I'm left. I just choose not to discuss it. I'm old school. I'm not going to talk about politics in public. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it looking back on it, Mike. Because I know a bunch of people that got that and the boosters still feel like crap. Some people having some weird heart palpitations and shit from it. Like looking back on it, I feel like they got over on me, but I did it because I just wanted to. They told me I wouldn't care about other people if I didn't do it. I couldn't go to Cowboys camp without it, number one, and that was going to be my first one. So there was just certain shit that I was just like, yo, I don't want to be that asshole. But looking back on it, I'm like, man, I think Fauci and Biden and the guys got over on me taking that shit. I'm not mad, and I don't regret it, but I just like, I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
My concerns at the time were, is it going to affect my sexual performance? Because if there's 1% chance it makes my dick not work, I ain't getting it. And once I was assured that it would not affect my sexual performance, although you didn't guarantee anything.
Yeah,
I trusted the government. I'm an American. I'm a patriot. I trust the government mostly. When the head of the CDC says I should do this, that's where
I was.
Because and people question the polio vaccine, they question the measles vaccine.
You know what? That's true. I don't remember that history, but you're right. You're right.
We always question the government, and I understand. I had to do it in 2 phases. Did you have to do 2 shots?
Yes.
Right. Phase 1, no problem. She hit it with me. I'm like, damn, did you even put the needle in? I didn't even feel it.
They make you sit there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To make sure you don't die or whatever. Yeah.
So I had both phases, and I had a booster because
I had 2 boosters.
At the end of 21, I at that point was living alone, and I spent a week in Fort Worth with my kids. Came from Hawaii to see my kids, and they were like, "Well, if you're flying, you should probably get this booster." At the time, and so I went to the Kroger, the local grocery store, and I got the booster. So I've never had any issues.
Me neither.
I have no problem with vaccines. I never have. It's funny because it was always the super liberal hippies, because I lived in Austin for years. When I was in Austin, it was the liberal hippies 15 years ago. They were like, no, my kid's not getting a vaccine. It may cause autism, And I was like, that's insane. We had twins, and they were born premature. Their mom and I made the decision to wait on shots till they were a little bit older. We wanted them to get better. We wanted them
on their own.
To weight on their body.
Yeah.
We actually I had a doctor. This is way before COVID. This is in 2012. We had our first pediatrician, I won't say where, here in San Antonio, basically fired us as patients. You guys, we want you to start getting vaccines for the kids.
Wow.
And we were like, well, we want to wait 2 years. When they're 2, we're going to get all the vaccines. We just want to give it a couple of years. Our doctor thought we were whack jobs. Thought we were insane,
are you serious?
Super woke, liberal, dumb shits, and basically told us, I can't see you guys anymore. We got let go by our original pediatrician because we didn't want to get vaccines for the first couple of years.
And y'all aren't anti-vax. You just wanted your kids to get a little bit more healthy.
They were premature. They were little, and we wanted to wait. I didn't want to start sticking needles in their feet and legs when they were little. We waited 2 years. And looking back now they'll be 14 in January. They've never had any issues, knock on wood. I've never had any issues taking the COVID vaccine. So for the most part, I trust the government when it comes to the vaccines. I never thought Fauci was some sort of sinister devil. I never understood that at all. I thought that was silly.
And again, if you're just tuning in, Mike's not feeling well. So of course, if anybody's not feeling well, the C word comes up.
Right,
it's
because
crazy how that's
do a bunch of sissies.
And since we're in the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios, he made more money than he ever had during COVID because we all became drunks. Became drunks.
Yeah. Dude, you can't trust. Here's the thing. The thing with the government is I trust it for the most part, but then I try and I read up as much as I can. I look at other information from people that I consider to be credible. Fucking A, man. Bobby Kennedy just said yesterday that Tylenol now can cause autism. And I don't believe him. I don't believe that. So sometimes I don't trust the government. I don't know
where that came from, but that's above my pay grade. But I saw this and I see it's a big it's the next big topic that we all get to argue about. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's nuts.
How does Tylenol not sue the fuck out of them, by the way?
I don't know. Good question,
should.
Jose.
Honestly,
That's
they probably
crazy.
will. And they probably should.
By the way, Rudy, now that I'm on the program, I can take up the mantle as a liberal woke hippie on the left on the show. Don't you worry, Rudy. I got you.
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
Socialist one right here for you.
I was raised where we don't talk religion and we don't talk politics in public. You keep it in, and that's where I'm gonna keep my politics and my religion, because we've had a lot go on, and you notice I haven't said a word because it used to be something that was sacred to your home.
And just to wrap up, I don't want to spend an hour and a half on fucking COVID and vaccines, but just to wrap up, I mean, now it's become so awful in the last 15, 20 years, and then exacerbated by COVID politics. And I'm going to get into this in a little while because I wanted to bring up Jimmy Kimmel's monologue that he did last night. I have never been more out on politics. And when I say that, I mean all those motherfuckers. I don't want to vote for any of them. I hate all of them. I don't trust any of them individually, right? And that's unfortunate because I was heavily into government studies in college and in high school. I was AP U.S. government, and I got picked with a handful of other students from the Fort Worth ISD when I was in high school to go, and I used to go periodically, and we would it was pretty cool. The city council of Fort Worth had like a bunch of honor U.S. government students that would come down to the city hall 2 or 3 times a year. And I got to do it my senior year. And basically we got to sit in and participate in city hall duties for the day. I got to be a city councilman for a day, and I loved it. It was awesome. So I've gone from a guy that used to be heavily into politics and government. I've always been very interested in governments and how they operate, and not just our country either, other countries all across the world. I've always been into government. And I've gone from that kid there that was the dork reading the Wall Street, journal, to now I am as repulsed and put out by American politics as I've ever been, and I hate all of it. And I get pissed off when it jumps into our show, like Project Marvel, and then having to try to fight through who's full of shit, because normally they're both full of shit, because they all got business under the table business agreements with big companies, both sides half-ass truth us. They bullshit us to an extent. And I've just never been so out on politics, and it's unfortunate. And I'm a kid that there was a time in my life in my 20s where I thought I might run for city council one day. Who knows? Of course, now I can't. I've been divorced twice. And if you go Google me, you'll realize that I probably am not a good candidate. Got a bunch of kids and mistresses all over the state of Texas. I'm kidding. I just fucking hate politics. And it's like, we're talking about vaccines to save us. There should be no politics involved in that, but yet there is. It's involved in everything. I can't get a fucking head cold without our podcast turning into a political discussion because of what Americans have done and make every single fucking thing a political fight. And like you, I was raised where we don't talk politics and we don't talk religion at somebody else's table. We had no problem talking about that shit at our own table when it's just me and my family.
Of course.
But outside of your house, you don't talk about that. You go to someone's house, you don't mention those things. Now we freely do it. And as I sit here right now this morning, it turned into 30 minutes of this while ICE just got attacked up in Dallas. Some asshole just shot 3 people at the ice plant in Dallas and killed himself. Coming off Charlie Kirk and Jimmy Kimmel, and now ICE is under siege. What a bunch of pussies this country's turned into. So I'll put a bow on this by repeating what I first said at the beginning of this conversation. This country's turned into a scared to death, gigantic panache. That's what this country is, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And I'm not an old man barking at clouds. I'm right. We fear everything. We fight over everything. We didn't used to be so afraid of everything. This was the country that, built spaceships that went to the fucking moon. Now we argue over a shot, so. So out on politics. I hate it.
I'm
sorry. I didn't mean to do all that. I didn't know I was going to do
What is he holding?
Who Cat?
Me?
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, he's ready to talk about Mike Gundy getting fired.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
You mentioned Texas Cheer Liquor.
Come on.
Do that live spot.
Let's do it.
Matter of fact, I got a little whiskey in there. I might have to take a whiskey shot. That's what I'm going to do.
You need a hot toddy. You need a hot toddy. Make you a hot toddy.
I will as soon as the show's over.
I bet you feel great.
Yeah. Get to our lunch. And don't worry, I'll sit across the table from y'all, 6 feet, and I promise I won't breathe on your
What?
food.
Are you talking about during our lunch?
Yeah, our lunch today.
Oh, man, you good.
I feel like I could go out and shoot hoops right now. Now, I'd probably start hacking and shit because it would exacerbate my
Or you
symptoms.
sweat it out, yeah.
This is just an old-fashioned head cold, and we still have those in this world. All right. It is Texas Cheer Liquor. Whether there's a pandemic, whether you're sick,
you ain't lying.
Whether you're getting ready, you need a hot toddy before lunch, or you need a bottle of beer before the TCU game on Friday night against Arizona State. Whatever it might be, Texas Cheer Liquor got the hookup. 7 locations in and around the greater San Antonio area, all the way up in Barney, Texas, all the way down to I-90 headed west. And all points in between. It is Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store. The official liquor stores, they got 7 of them. In the building, it is Texas Cheer Liquor. Thank you, as always, to our boys at Texas Cheer Liquor. All right. I feel like, now call me, I don't know, but do we have people from Oklahoma State who listen to us?
No.
I don't think there's a podcast in Texas that has spent as much time on Mike Gundy needs to be fired as this one. How about that? And I punched him 2 days in a row. I punched Gundy yesterday and the day before.
And you kind of called it. You called it because you kind of said he was trying to make sure he got his unemployment. That's what you said yesterday. Like that little grandstand he did a couple days ago after they got their ass beat by Tulsa was him begging to get fired, and the donors was like, dude, F off. All right, we'll give you your little $17 million.
Yeah. Good. He can go have a mullet in the countryside and disappear. Although he's a prideful guy. He's going to want to coach somewhere else. We'll see where he winds up.
Who's hiring that guy?
Wouldn't it be funny if he wound up
Middle
at UTSA?
Tennessee?
He could wind up down at San Antonio if Traylor takes that job. It'd be funny. He swap coaches.
Free Jeff Traylor.
I would love that for Buki.
Oh my God!
Like UTSA hires Gundy because they hire Traylor.
That'd
be awesome.
Hell.
That'd be so great. Hell. Wait, you know what? You wouldn't get excited for Gundy at UTSA?
Yes, he
not
would.
For one moment. Not
Are
for
you sure
one
about
moment.
that? I don't know about that, man.
No, give me a guy that's like 35, please. No thanks.
Why are you such an ageist? You're such an ageist.
What is the deal with that?
Where are the good old coaches? Where'd they go? They're all gone. All the old guys said, fuck this. We're not playing with the same rules we grew up by. I'm out. And I get it. I wouldn't want to, if I was Nick Saban, I wouldn't want to do it either.
That's a fair point, Buki.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Like Jeff Traylor ain't saying that. He's 57. He ain't young.
Yeah, but now he's, going downhill, which is the issue. I'm like,
This is not downhill. They haven't even played a conference game yet.
Well, we'll see. Sad. Temple's going to be very interesting next
What's
week.
That?
They play Temple next week, so that should be very interesting.
He'll beat Temple.
I hope so.
If he's the coach by Friday. If you're Oklahoma State, the first thing you do is you call Jeff's agent, you call GJ Kinney's agent, and 2 or 3 other guys in this area. You find
that can recruit Texas.
In the Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, New Mexico corridor, you find the best coach available regardless of age, and you bring him in.
And just start laying the pavement. Start laying the pavement.
Yo, Roadrunner Nation, look, we love y'all, and we want what's best for y'all. My wife is class of 06, but Jeff Traylor deserves better than this. He's too good a coach to be at a university that there's not anybody's fault. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just the way this city is set up. He's too good a coach to rot away here at UTSA. And I'm officially starting the Free Jeff Traylor campaign. And now this ain't Jeff talking. This is me talking. He needs to be somewhere that can take advantage of all the resources that he's able to provide a university. And by what I mean by resources is he's one of the baddest recruiting son of a bitches to ever walk the planet, especially here in the great state of Texas. And it's like, perfect example. We had Taylor Nunez on a couple weeks ago. She ran track for my cousin, Joe Jacks. God bless the dead. She got to a point where my cousin Joe went to Lupe and Tamika, her parents, and he told them, and she was devastated. He told them, she's too good. There is nothing more that I can't get her to where she needs to go. She's too good. Y'all gotta leave. And Taylor was devastated. Tamika and Lupe were devastated because they loved Joe. They loved that team. But it just came to the point where he was like, look, she's going to be a Texas A&M Aggie one day, getting paid really well to run for Texas A&M. She needs to go and level up. That's where I am with Coach Traylor. So, yeah, it would be selfish of me to want him to stay here as good as he is. He's too good to be here. We can't afford him. He's hit his ceiling here in San Antonio, and I want him to get a great job before everybody forgets about him. Because this is an air fryer society. Like, he was the hottest thing since fish grease a couple years ago when that Lubbock job came available. He elected to stay here, and now I'm worried that the coaching world may forget about him. Free Jeff Traylor. He's reached his zenith here.
Yeah, I agree. One more year of 8-5, and it's like,
well, he's too good. Free Coach Traylor.
Shout out to him.
So there's no doubt that a lot of fans, our people, I'm already seeing it in the chat this morning, where they think that like the fire is not as hot around Jeff as it was 2 years ago.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Okay.
But I think Jeff needs to if Jeff does want to go somewhere else, a Power 4 school, he needs to take the job if he indeed wants to do that, which I do think.
I don't know if he does.
I think he would.
Okay.
I believe that he would. Now, I also think he's a smart guy. He's not just going to jump at any job.
No.
He's going to listen to any job on a Power 4 level that's available, because here's what happened. His fire didn't flame out. UTSA's fire flamed out. He has done everything you can do at UT San Antonio. I don't know what the fuck else guys like Bouquet expect to happen. You're not going to go 12-0. You're not going to go to the playoffs. You're not going to keep kids that get offers to go take money somewhere else. You could bring in GJ Kinney. He's not going to be able to keep guys from bailing to go to Baylor or Oklahoma or A&M or Iowa, because they got money, and UTSA does not have any money. If I'm UTSA, I beg Jeff to stay. I try to find another $500,000 a year, maybe to throw into his salary. But at the end of Jeff's not the problem. The program is maxed out. You struck lightning in a bottle with Jeff Traylor, and you've maxed out, Bouquet. I don't know what you expect's going to happen. I don't know what you want.
The elephant in the room is still that all of his success was pre-NIL and pre-money. So
because he doesn't have any.
Exactly. So
but
I just can't get there.
But Jose, no one else would have been able to keep these kids here. No one else.
I agree, but I'm hoping the next coach can find those transfer portal kids that are in fucking UGRV, whatever the fuck, bumfuck state, all those guys that can hopefully come to UTSA.
And I know what you're saying. Recruit down. Don't bring in kids that have the ability to leave. I get it. But that's easier said than done. I mean, how many schools, how many Power 4 schools are there? 80? 90? Anybody who develops into anything at all is going to have an opportunity to transfer to a Power 4 school. That's just all there is to it. Even like I see what you're saying. Like, maybe don't recruit as well as you have. Go find some short quarterback from the Valley, and
even though that makes sense,
it's he doesn't leave.
Even though that makes sense, fellas, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, don't recruit the best. It don't sound right.
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And Jeff, at 57 years old, I don't think wants to do that anymore. I believe, and this is just me talking, I think that if Oklahoma State offers Jeff Traylor the job, he'll take it immediately. And then we'll look back and we'll see what UTSA does going forth. And they will always look back on the Jeff Traylor days very fondly because he set the foundation for whatever else is UTSA is going to do from here on out. But they're not all of a sudden going to have money. We talked about this 3 weeks ago. Central Florida has a $10 million roster.
Which is
They're
insane.
in the same conference as UTSA. UTSA is never going to have a roster more than about $2 million. And that's still not enough to keep guys. He lost every guy he had on defense last year. He's done all he can at a program that's done all it can. Jeff, if he wants to, Jeff should take I'm not sure if it's Oklahoma State.
I'm not saying they want him. I'm not even saying Oklahoma State wants him. I'm just saying
Arkansas could be available. Jeff's got time here. They're not going to hire Jeff.
It'll be an interim right now.
I don't know what Oklahoma State's going to be. Yes, it's an interim coach situation. They're not going to go bring in a new guy now. It's going to be at least 2 months before we figure out where they're going to go to. And Jeff probably will wait and see what else comes available. Arkansas is probably going to be available. Jeff was an assistant at Arkansas there.
That's before they can ask him. Yes, if it's Arkansas, that's a no-brainer. Right. Yes.
Yeah, it also Jeff's not a young man. He's not just going to jump at anything either. His wife loves living here. He loves living here, but the kids are all grown. This comes down to Jeff being able to sleep at night, having never coached in a Power 5 school. Because I'm here to tell you.
He's a competitive son of a gun.
What could he have done with money? Jeff Traylor, in my opinion, and I try to get my bias out because I've known him for a while, I believe Jeff would fucking kill at a TCU or a Baylor or a Tech or an Oklahoma State.
Amen.
He's already an excellent head coach. He's so good at hiring assistants. He can't keep his assistants either because he brings in assistants that also wind up really good and get offered $3 million to go to Oregon or whatever it is. Jeff Traylor with some money. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Isn't that what Bruno Mars did? Jeff Traylor's Bruno Mars in his prime at Texas A&M or Baylor or TCU or Oklahoma State. He still has that Oklahoma shadow, but at least he won't be in the same conference as Oklahoma. I think Jeff would make Oklahoma State a Big 12 championship contender within 2 seasons.
Now,
money in the bank.
The one good thing y'all got going for y'all selfish son of a buns that want to keep him here, is nobody likes leaving San Antonio. Nobody, once you get here, you don't want to leave. That's the one good thing that's the one good thing you got going for you is people love San Antonio. But what I would tell Jeff and his wife as his agent is, you can still live here. San Antonio ain't going nowhere.
When you retire? Yeah,
you can still live back. You know,
I probably would retire.
I've made the drive from San Antonio to Oklahoma State. It's not that far.
That's a shitty.
He's not going to commute. What Rudy's saying is when he does retire, he'll just come back.
Yeah, just come back here. Yeah.
Well, they've got lots of resources here. I could see them coming back here, but 10 years in Stillwater, you'd be back on the Oklahoma State bandwagon.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a UTSA fan anymore.
I'm as excited for Oklahoma State as I have been since Jeff Traylor came in and UTSA started humming. This is great. I have some life now. Mike Gundy sucked the soul out of me, and now that his phantom is gone, yes, Rudy, yes. Now that his phantom is gone, it feels like there's a new life in the program. Now, who cares about the rest of this season? Now the rest of the season is just coaching rumors.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. I hate it. So I get where you're saying, Jose. I do. You just want a young guy come in here and give me 10 years. What if UTSA turns out they're a feeder program? They hire really good young coaches. They come in here and they have success and they leave every 3 or 4 years. And it's just kind of how you do it at UTSA.
It's like a farm league.
Evolving door.
I'll take it.
I can see that.
I would love if Will Stein, for example, was like, you know what? Let's take my first head coaching opportunity where I started at UTSA. That'd be great. And then if he leaves in 5 years and goes be the coach of Oregon again, that's fine. We'll take that.
Right. And Will Stein was the OC here for a couple of years with Jeff, and now he's at Oregon kicking ass. He may have the best team in the country at Oregon. Problem is, like, it's not going to be Will Stein. You know why? Because Will Stein's already worked here and knows you can't win here. Not long.
Yeah. So
come here,
like
you kick ass for a couple of seasons, and then you bail while you have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And in hindsight,
at Washington State.
In hindsight, would Jeff have left and taken the Tech job or whatever? Maybe. But it's all water under the bridge. And Jeff's a guy that he's one of the things I like about Jeff is he's kind of like me in that once he makes a decision, he don't have regrets.
You don't look back.
It is what it is. But he's still a young man. He ain't old at 57.
That's not old at all. Not nowadays.
He's going to have more opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Okie State. I'll tell you right now, though, after having Mike Gundy for how many years was Gundy?
26. I don't know.
Okay.
A long time.
I can tell you right now, the next guy they bring in, you're talking about old school Oklahoma State lifers now that they're boosters that run the NIL, the collectives at Oklahoma State. They want to get this right. They want to be justified in letting their native son go, Mike Gundy. The next guy is going to have all the effing resources that they can possibly give him.
Yep.
And I would just love to see, Rudy and I talk about this all the time. So much of a success in what we do sports-wise, and this goes for coaches, so much has to do with who you work for. Jeff Traylor is a stud coach. He's an X's and O's genius. He's awesome at bringing in assistants. He gets the most out of his teams every single week, whether you got injuries or not. I just would love to see and I know it comes at UTSA's expense. I can't wait to see what Jeff might be able to do with all that talent. And now I got money. Now I've got a checkbook.
Would be great.
It would be awesome. And wherever he goes, I mean, I don't know, even if it's Baylor, which Dave Aranda's got that thing going pretty good. I'd bite the bullet and buy me a Baylor shirt, even though it'd be hard to do. My dad might kick me out of the will.
I don't like them. I don't like their colors. I don't like Waco.
I know. I don't either. But just speaking as a TCU man, because here's the thing. Yes, I like Jeff personally, but when it comes to my team, fuck bias. I want to win. I'll bring in the Antichrist himself in here if it means TCU's going to the playoffs. I can tell you right now, the thought of Jeff being in Fort Worth gives me a gigantic boner. Massive.
But Sonny wins, so it's tough.
We're stuck with Sonny.
Sonny wins, dog. You can't fire Sonny.
I know. He struck lightning in the bottle by going to the Natty with Gary's kids and bought himself 10 years of equity. So it is what it is. And Sonny's fine. We're doing great. TCU's better than I thought we were going to be. Josh Hoover might be the best quarterback in the state right now. They play Arizona State Friday night. They could lose. But I'm just saying, man, Jeff Traylor is such an outlier guy because he's clearly good. But it's going to take some balls from a Power 4 program to hire him because he's never been a head coach in the Power 4 level. But what is he ever? All we can do is all we can go by on is what we've seen. All he ever does is win. Everywhere he goes, they get better immediately. Not even in a year. It's immediately because he can coach his ass off. Give him a budget. Oh, I'd love to see it. Anyway.
Thanks. Anyway.
Wow, golly. All right. It is in the building, presented in part by Slackers. We got a big customer appreciation night. Rudy, I'm sick. You tell them about I need a break.
Jose, they ain't got my Jose ain't got my flyer up there. But Thursday,
damn flyer up there.
He's slacking. He's at home. He's laying in the bed. He's bed rotting. Thursday at the North Star location, they're giving away Cowboys Commanders tickets. 2 tickets in the Crown Royal Suite. That's not normal. It's a different type of experience. I know a lot of y'all been to Jerry World, but you haven't been in the Crown Royal Suite. Party's gonna start at 7. Giveaway will be a little bit later tonight. You got to buy a couple drinks. You ain't gonna just get to walk in and get a raffle ticket and not spend no money. That's not how it works. You got to come in, spend some money, hang for a little bit. Must be present to win. Must be present to win. So Thursday, Slackers doing what Slackers does and giving back to its customers. They don't worry about price. They worry about y'all having a good time. Come out to Slackers North Star Thursday night and with an opportunity to win some Cowboys Commanders from the Crown Royal Suite.
Yes, sir. We talk about how awful that Jerry world is football wise when it comes to the atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
I'll make an exception if I get to sit.
I'll make an exception. Exactly. Totally.
Oh, is there a game going on? I forgot because I'm here partying.
I'm in here partying. I don't give a shit about that game because by then the Cowboys may be what? That's October 19th. Right. Oh, they'll still be in contention. Yeah.
Maybe playing the Commanders. I'd like to see Jaden play in person. Why not?
Me too.
Absolutely. All right. It is, speaking of money and taking care of folks and hookups, donate to this show. Some of y'all already have. You can donate to us via the super chat. You can become a member and get all members exclusive material and swag. I'm actually going to go meet the guy that won the Iceman vodka. I'm going to meet him this weekend and hook him up.
Good.
Richard Iwata. He won the Iceman bottle of vodka that was autographed by George Gervin. He's a member and he gets the hookup. And memberships are only $4.99 a month, y'all. That's it. Nina went and bought me this hot coffee today. It was $3. It's only $5 to be a member of our show a month. It's insane. We actually should charge probably more than that, but we don't because we love you hard because we're men of the people. Andy Griffiths is in the building. $1.99. Give me the bills this week for my Survivor League. Okay, Andy. You seeing these picks, Jose?
Yes.
All right. The official Russian oligarch is in here. Rib is in the building. $9.99. Thank you, Rib. I'll take the Chargers.
Are they undefeated? They're 3-0, aren't they?
3-0, man.
Yep, all in division.
That damn Jim Harbaugh, boy.
Cowherd said yesterday, it's Cowherd, take it for what you will. I like Cowherd.
Me too.
He was saying he thinks Harbaugh is the best coach in football, and it ain't close. Like not close. Everything he does, everywhere he goes, they immediately win.
I would still give it to Andy. I would still give it to Andy Reid, only because I don't think Mahomes is possibly the GOAT without Andy. So I'm still going to go with Andy, but I'm not poo-pooing on him saying Jim's up there.
For sure. I mean, especially because Harbaugh's such a weirdo and doesn't really relate to folks, but they still win.
Yeah.
If you're going to be weird and not relate to people and wear pleated dad pants, you better be a badass coach, and he absolutely is.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Now, he might be a cheating son of a bitch, and he might send Buki to stand on somebody's sideline with their clothes on. But
you don't care. Trying to win games.
He got a natty. Did they strip them of that natty?
We gonna win that bitch.
How do you punish a team? How do you punish a team but not take the natty?
You punish all the assistant coaches that took the fall for you. You keep the natty on. You keep the natty on the books.
Okay.
Brian Whitener's in the building. $5. Thank you, Brian. Give me the Bills.
Who are they playing? Why is everybody picking the Bills? They must be
already
playing.
out, by the way. Brian's out, but we appreciate that, Brian.
Oh, Brian, you're already eliminated. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he picked the Packers last week.
Oh, yeah, Brian, you're out.
Thanks.
He didn't understand. He didn't. He's a Gen X. He didn't understand the rules. All right, give us old guys a break.
Some leagues do you can buy yourself back in just to build the pot. We agree we're not going to do that this time.
I'm out too, Brian. It's all good.
If we're all out here before the season's over, we're just going to restart and do it over. We're just going to start from scratch.
Why not?
Yeah, Julian B's in the building, $19.99, running behind on the show between the rules, forced vaccines, shutdowns, etc. COVID is by far the biggest scam in the history of our country.
I knew Julian was going to say that.
Basically, everything Fauci ever said has been proven wrong.
I knew Julian was going to say that.
You know what you can say about Fauci is he probably totally overreacted and panicked.
Yes.
He overreacted.
He was put in charge of curing America in 3 months. Yeah, he probably did some things he shouldn't have done, but they told him, hey, we need you to fix America in 3 months.
Yeah, I don't think he lied, or it wasn't some nefarious money grab. I just think he overreacted and panicked.
Remember when? Oh yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's go because I can reminisce about some COVID. Remember when Dak and Zeke had the house party and got caught?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so irresponsible. That's why you suck. Like, dude, they're
Rudy,
freaking.
When we first moved to Hawaii, I lived in off-base housing. All of my neighbors were enlisted military personnel. It was a bunch of Navy. It was a bunch of Navy guys and us, and they didn't give a shit about COVID. Let's just say that. Our Sunday barbecues kept on happening.
I was outside too, man. Irresponsibly, but I was outside. Anyway,
it is what it is. All right, it was a hell of a day in the state of Oklahoma. So
what else happened?
John Mateer's out for a month, maybe more.
Oh shit, that's right.
Turns out he broke his hand and he had to have surgery, and it's bad. He had to go to LA. He's going to LA this morning to have surgery. He's going to go get like one of the top hand surgery surgeons in the country. The guy
That's
did
a thing. Damn.
Oh yeah, his name's what's his name? I wrote it down. Stephen Shin, based in LA at Cedars-Sinai. He did Mike Trout, he did Steph Curry, and he did Drew Brees' hand. They had the same break.
Well, good luck to Shin.
It's a bad break. So for the next 4 weeks, maybe more, Oklahoma, who was rolling, now all of a sudden they got to go to Mike Hawkins Jr., who's talented.
Who is he? Who is he? What is he? Where is he from? Who did he transfer from?
He is a Metrosex kid. I want to say he's from McKinney, Allen, far north Texas. So I think, oh my God, you had to put me on the spot. Google this. I think so. He was playing at Allen.
What's his name? Mike Hawk?
Michael Hawkins Jr., not Mike
Hawk.
Not Mike Hawk. It's Michael Hawkins, not Mike Hawk. Although Mike Hawk's a great name.
Now I'm only going to call him Mike Hawkins or Mike Hawkins. His name
is not Mike Hawk.
F you, Bookie.
I mean, this is too easy. The jokes write themselves.
F you, Bookie.
Hawkins. All right?
Can you just stay on task?
Allen, Texas. Allen High School.
So his name's in my head. So if I'm not, y'all, you can fact check me if you want to. Go right ahead. But people are saying Hawkins was at Allen. He's a black kid, and there was some sort of racial incident, I want to say. His parents got super pissed off, yanked him out of school, and he transferred to another school in McKinney, which is the neighboring town. And people at Allen were like, calling bullshit. Y'all are lying. We're not racist. You just wanted this kid to transfer.
Leave. Yeah.
You lied, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what the truth is. I think that's the same kid. He's a stud, 4-star, 5-star kid. I mean, he's on a scholarship at Oklahoma. He's probably really good.
Probably pretty good, yeah.
But he's got no experience, so we'll see how he does. Obviously, he's not John Mateer. My point in this is, funny how, it's funny. I say one of the things I love about college football is we're literally watching these kids develop week to week because they're young. They're literally.
Mike, you're right. Allen High School quarterback star withdraws from school district after becoming a racial targeted.
There you go. Okay, same kid, Michael Hawkins, not Hawk. His name's not Mike Hawk, although I wish it was. Don't make me laugh too much. I'm gonna start choking. We'll start coughing.
Just Mike Hawk. What it is?
God, can we get through that for a second?
Move.
So I can make a point before I start. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna come to studio tomorrow. You know what? Let's just go to studio tomorrow. I'm gonna sit in your lap and cough on you.
Good.
So I always say one of the things I love about college football is we're watching these kids literally develop week to week because their bodies are still literally growing. They're literally getting better or worse. Now, Arch Manning has been so horrible. I've said I don't see him getting to Heisman candidate levels by week 12. But the door's open.
I don't know who it is right now.
He had a great game again. Well, I guess what I'm saying is Texas still has an opportunity to do everything that they wanted to do at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
Especially with Mateer getting hurt. So you have the great game against Sam Houston. You get all cocky and got your mom all pissed off because you're putting your nuts on people, getting your swagger back. Now you have a bye, so you got 2 full weeks here of practice to get ready to go to the swamp and play at Florida. Then you got Oklahoma, and it's going to be Michael Hawkins, not John Mateer. Texas has Texas has kind of been written off here because of Arch the last month. Everything they want to do is still out there in front of them, provided Arch Manning continues to show up and do his part. Oklahoma's now in trouble. And I mentioned who the hell knows who the Heisman who's going to be the Heisman. This has been we're 4 weeks into the season, and I have no idea who the Heisman candidates are. None.
Because the preseason Heisman candidates have all kind of wet the bed, so you got to put in a whole new group. You got to put in a new group of guys over this next 4
mysterious.
games.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
It's Robert Henry Jr.
Shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's putting up the stats.
He'll never did it. He'll never get it. But anyway,
won't get it. Can't win there, Mike. Got to go on. Got to move on.
That's a great trailer. Your trailer's better when you have a cold.
Maybe so, yeah. Because he's always hoarse after games. Although we didn't play good today, and it's all my fault. He always blames himself. Coaches failed the players. I didn't do my job. I didn't do my job, Rudy. I didn't get these kids ready to play. It's my fault. It's all the coach's fault. What?
By the way, I see our guy Everything Texas State in here as well. I hope he's not feeling comfortable either.
Who, GJ? Oh, he should be a candidate at Stillwater. He should.
Yeah. Hey, Texas State.
Y'all be careful now.
Texas State, let me tell y'all something. And we've adopted y'all. We love y'all. We love what's going on down there. Y'all got about a year or two left. And I'm being nice when I say 2. I'm being nice, Texas State, when I say 2. I'm guessing at the end of this season, GJ's gone. All right. So y'all can laugh and joke. GJ's he's not going to be freaking Joe Paterno at Texas State. I'm going to be nice and give you 2 just because I like y'all and San Marcos has adopted us. But he's gone. But more than likely, he's gone at the end of this season. He's too good. He's too good, too great of an offensive mind in this high-powered offense system.
Who do you think taught him how to coach ball? I did.
God damn right.
Gosh, dang it. I don't curse. I'm a Christian.
Gilmer's own.
It'd be a real shame if he came to Stillwater. It'd be a real shame if Mike Hawk did too.
So everything Texas State.
It's funny, but don't force it.
Yeah. Everything Texas State. Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate everything Texas State.
I still think the move to the Pac-12 is good for them. The Pac-12 is going to do its best to get back in decent competitive levels again. I don't know how long it's going to take them. If I'm Texas State, just enjoy, just stay in the moment, enjoy the moment. But there's no way they don't call GJ Kinney too and Jeff. All right, it's Zip Recruiter, and there's a lot of schools now about to go higher. There's a lot of schools looking for new coaches. It's hard out here. It's hard out here trying to hire people, Mike. Can't keep nobody an offensive coordinator. Can't get I do sound like him when I'm hoarse. God almighty.
Yeah.
It's hard to find the right candidates to apply for jobs. The future of hiring is a lot brighter because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features help speed up finding the right people for your roles, save you valuable time, and now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Over 320,000 new resumes get uploaded to the ZipRecruiter app a day. Good Lord. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate on the same day. You go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now. You can try it for free. Again, at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. When Rudy texted me his stuff he wanted to get into today, one of them was comparing Arch's stats.
Oh, yeah, you got that, Jose?
At the same time.
Yeah, you got that, Jose?
I do, actually.
I have not seen this. I'm looking forward to seeing these numbers.
Yeah, let me see it. We'll take voice where we'll move on.
First 6 starts, going back to last year when he filled in for Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, okay. So they were all 5-1. Okay. He has the best QBR.
Wow.
He has the most INTs. 64% passing, has the most touchdowns and the least amount of total yards, but all 5-1. So let's not call him a bust just yet. That's all I'm saying. And I didn't say you were. I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying there's a lot of that floating around, and it's all been fair. I don't think there's been anything unfair with what we've seen from Arch with that much hype, that much NIL, that many commercials. But then I saw this graphic today on CBS, and I was like, oh, okay. Now, this doesn't say who Peyton and Eli were facing, because most of these 5 wins from Arch were Little Sisters of the Poor, but nonetheless, in his first 6 starts, he's 5-1 with 19 TDs.
That's perspective right there.
So it's not over. It's not gloom and doom just yet.
No, and the door's now open with Mateer getting hurt up at Oklahoma. The door
again, because I'm giving them 2 losses. If your 2 losses are Ohio State and Georgia, come on to the playoffs again. There's nothing wrong with that. Now you still got A&M, you still got Oklahoma, you still got Florida. So there's still some stuff in there, some wiggle room for you to catch some other losses. But I'm just going back to what you said a couple minutes ago. They can still do everything they set out to do.
The concern, what I see there when I see those numbers, that's very interesting. God, those are so close.
Yeah, right? It's damn near the same.
Yeah, damn near the same. This points toward how good Texas is on defense
as a whole,
because they're able to win despite how bad Arch has been. Because and I'd have to go back and watch Peyton's freshman year.
I don't know
Tennessee.
who they were playing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no way that Peyton and Eli were as mechanically bad as Arch has been, where you and I have questioned his health because it's one thing to throw picks and make bad decisions. He wasn't even setting his feet right to throw. Now he couldn't even make an 8-yard pass on a wide open running back on a slant route. He's been so bad. And then this last Saturday, and I know it was Sam Houston State, but his footwork was not a problem. Just mechanically on film, he looked like a 5-star quarterback. The week before, he didn't even look like a quarterback that was worthy of 1 star. But the fact that they're still winning, despite him, it points toward how good they are. And also tells me that if he can just figure it out and find a groove, Texas is the national championship contender because Arch Manning has as much, if not more talent than Peyton. Certainly more talent than Eli at the same age. Eli was no 5-star, all-world, number 1 overall recruit. He was a stud. He played in the SEC, don't get me wrong. But Eli didn't have near the hype as Arch did. Arch has more talent than Eli. Arch has more physical, raw talent than Eli, as much, if not a skosh more than Peyton. Peyton has said on the record, Arch can make throws that I couldn't make, which I'm like, okay.
And then you put the whipped cream on top that he's mobile.
Yeah. Arch has the opportunity to be the best Manning ever. But
until little Peyton comes along.
And it's just so mind-boggling how bad he has been until this last Saturday when he looked terrific. It's just incredible. He can be that bad against San Jose State and UTEP. And I know Florida's got issues, and they can't score. And DJ Lagway's a bust, it looks like, down there. And Billy Napier's can't believe he's not fired. That's not a gimme game for Texas. Going to the swamp. They're desperate. Their backs against the wall. That's an alligator. That's an alligator whose backs is against the wall. They got talent at Florida. That's not some gimme layup game for UT. Not the way Arch has been so inconsistent. This would have been a tough game if Arch had been kicking ass. I would have picked Texas to win, but with the Arch question mark, Florida's capable of winning this game.
Mm-hmm.
If Arch sucks. If Arch sucks, Texas probably loses the game. Florida's not UTEP.
I know what you mean. Like, if you play that bad, that Florida can't get you, even though Florida's bad. That makes sense. It's like Bears Cowboys. You know, somebody's got to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Absolutely. All right. The Big 12. So this is interesting. I bitched about injuries and lying about injuries. So I guess I forgot. I saw this about a month ago and forgot. The Big 12, anyway, starting with conference play, you are now required to put an injury report out every Thursday, I think it is. Like the NFL requires an injury, and you can't lie.
When are they going to do that in the SEC?
Well, Rudy, we beat our own drum here in Big Southern Plantation Country.
We pay all the bills. We do what we want.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but good on the Big 12. They're forcing their schools to be honest about injuries and giving injury reports now before conference games, mind you, not non-conference. So when we get to the playoffs and Texas Tech wanting to hide some shit from Georgia, they'll be allowed to do so, assuming Texas Tech goes to the playoffs, which we'll still see. I thought that was interesting. And the SEC, speaking of our favorite conference, They have announced their annual rivalry games. They don't want to kill their rivalry. They want everybody to play everybody in the SEC because of how many teams there are. It's hard to get everybody in.
Yeah,
but they're not going to kibosh all the rivalries. That's good. They've made that clear because there's been some concern about that.
I was shocked that, and the old ball coach, Steve Spurrier, agreed with me.
Yeah.
That no Florida, Tennessee.
That's unfortunate. Now that's unfortunate.
I think that's the only one that I have a gripe about.
You're
All the
gonna
rest
have-
of them
you
are pretty
can't-
much chalk.
Yeah, that's what happens when you expand. Some shit gets thrown out.
Did you see LSU A&M? Have you you followed this game a lot closer than I have for the last 20-something years. You feel like that's a must game every year? I don't even know who you replace it with, so I'm not gonna bitch about it. But LSU A&M's become a thing. Fill me in because I'm.
It's because they're in an arms race for Houston every year. Houston's smack dab in the middle of A&M and LSU's campus, and Houston's Houston, and that is warfare recruiting between LSU and A&M in the city of Houston.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Houston kids go to LSU because it's only an hour and a half from Mama's house.
They also had that 8 overtime game that one time, Rudy.
They also just don't like each other. Yeah, they had some bad blood on the field too, for sure.
That was the game that changed college overtime.
Absolutely, the eight OT game was incredible. It almost took as long to play the overtimes as it did the game. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time, and then they fucked it all up. But whatever.
Yeah, well, of course they did because people got involved. That's what happens when people get involved. They mess up.
I think I wouldn't have mind seeing Bama throw out Mississippi State and have Georgia. Bama having Auburn of obvious, Tennessee, Mississippi State. I feel like Georgia and Alabama should play every year. And then I know that's recent history, me speaking. But if you look at the long term of the SEC, I'm sure somebody can make an argument why they're not. But I'm just going off of what it is right now. I feel like Georgia and Alabama should play every year, but whatever. Again, I don't have much gripes with it. Texas, obvious, Oklahoma, A&M, Arkansas. That's layup. That makes sense. So I get them protecting the rivalries. I'm sure the old school SEC people have some gripes here and there, but only one that stood out was Florida and Tennessee.
You mentioned Arkansas again. I just want to reiterate, I think Jeff would kick ass at Arkansas. Just want to say that.
God.
What's a better job, Oklahoma State or Arkansas? Arkansas, because
still
the SEC.
It's still the SEC. You get $60 million a year just for showing up. Vanderbilt gets $60 million a year now, and Vandy's come a long way.
If Vandy can win, Arkansas can get good again.
Dude, Jeff would be do you know that twang and his attitude, dude, he'd have a statue in Arkansas.
Jerry Jones would write a massive check.
Dude, do you know what he would give Traylor?
If they got Traylor, I think.
Whatever he's giving them, he'd probably double it.
They're tired of losing. Jerry's tired of losing. And that's the one thing that Jerry's talking about, my check. But if I could write a check to win a Super Bowl, you literally can in college football. There ain't no salary cap. I get aroused thinking of what Jeff can do. Oh, boom. Jeff Traylor with some money. The world needs to see this.
And his resources, knowing every high school coach in this great state of Texas.
The world needs to see this. I'd be pig suing my ass off.
Sorry, UTSA fan.
He would be one step closer to the Cowboys job.
He don't want that. Nobody wants
Let's
that.
Let's not
job.
Get crazy now, okay?
Yeah, nobody. Well, he did hire Barry Switzer.
Traylor is the Cowboys coach. Okay.
That'd be Mike's wet dream right there.
That might get me back on board with the Cowboys.
That's the ideal scenario for old Mike Lance.
Hey, no, I'm too old. No. Nobody needs that. Shoddy's doing just fine. Shoddy can handle his own. God. All right, it is delete me. Who wants their stuff? Who has a footprint out there in this world that you regret? Stuff you put on Twitter years ago, things you've done online. Everybody raise your hand, because if you don't, you're lying. We can all use a little bit of help from Delete Me, especially if you're out. You don't want to get haunted by something from 15 years ago, and not even just stupid tweets. It could be you walked off a job, and you got or bad credit, these kind of things. Delete Me is a company in this country that is taken off. They make it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online, and especially at a time now where we live in which surveillance and Data breaches are common. I mean, you can't go a month without reading in the paper that some major company got hacked by somebody. It's just dangerous out there. So what data brokers do, your name, contact info, social security number, home address, even information about your family members could all be compiled by data brokers and then sold online. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount for In the Building members and subscribers. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/hit. Use the promo code HIT. We're going to hit somebody at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/hit and enter the code HIT at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/hit.
And especially, I think you want to use this like when you're looking nowadays, when you're in the job market, they go to your socials. Dude. So if you're looking for a big time job and your family's counting on it and you got a lot riding on it, you may want to go to Delete Me if you're one of these people that like to put all your politics and all your bullshit on social media. Because these companies, especially you talking about 6-figure jobs, they're gonna check your socials and they're gonna go all the way back.
Absolutely.
You know, we found Josh Allen's crazy ass tweets from when he was 17 because it's the NFL. They're about to give you $1 gazillion. Yeah, they're gonna go all the way back to your tweets from 12 years ago to see what type of person you were when you were a kid. I mean, come on. So use the promo code HIT and get that stuff off of there and make sure you get that job.
Yep, absolutely. I like how we got Texas State people in here. Oh, yeah, that'd be a great job for Jeff, Oklahoma State. He should take that job. Leave our guy alone. You ever encourage
well, then DJ will just go to Clemson.
You ever encouraged a buddy to date a girl? Oh, yeah, I think she might be into you because you're worried about him with some other girl that you're interested in?
No.
Yeah. Mike JK's in here. Saw ESPN News last night, and I thought we lost Rudy for a second there. No, that's a different Rudy Johnson. This is Rudy J. Rudy Johnson.
What, the Cincinnati Bengals, Bengals running back?
Killed himself.
Dude, are you serious?
He committed suicide yesterday. Yeah, he's dead. And apparently
did he donate his brain?
He told family, I want you to study my brain. I'm pretty sure.
So he didn't shoot himself in the head.
No, I don't know how. Well, I don't know how he did it, and it's not been confirmed it's a suicide, but it's pretty much everybody already knows it's a suicide.
And what's so crazy about it, man?
Got another.
You ask all these dudes, Mike, and it's crazy. Yeah. They all tell you, even Tony Dorsett, who's not doing well, I wouldn't change a thing. So it's hard for me to be like, shame on you, NFL, even though I can say shame on you, NFL, because they knew for a long time. But all these dudes have told me I'd do it again. So I don't know what to say about the CTE thing at this point because none of them regret it.
I know. What do you do? What do you tell a guy who says I wouldn't change anything? Well, what you tell those guys is the NFL is going to do a better job of protecting future players, and they don't. They don't. No. If they don't give two shits about this, or they wouldn't be having guys play on Thursday night. They wouldn't be having 17 fucking games, soon to be 18.
With one bye week.
They don't care. We had what was it, 5-6 years ago? It took 15 years for a bunch of old players to get a bunch of money together to get lawyers to sue them for back pension.
That's insane.
They don't give a damn about these guys. They're just hired guns, which is why you never see me criticize nobody, not even Micah Parsons, for demanding a trade. If you're a player, you get screwed over. You do what you got to do to get yours. Absolutely. Fuck loyalty. Sure. Absolutely. To hell with loyalty. All right, speaking of trading and loyalty or lack thereof, whatever. Micah Parsons is back in town. Micah will be at Jerry World on Sunday night and told the Green Bay media yesterday it's just another game. He's now accepted. He is completely all in on being a Packer, and it's just another game, and he'd be doing the Packers and his teammates a disservice if he treated it any differently on Sunday night. Bullshit. He wants to kill the Cowboys and sack Dak 10 times. He did say he feels weird about His job basically this week is to knock Dak out of the game. And he did say that he feels weird about that because Dak's my guy, as he said. I love
He said
Dak.
my mentor. He said my mentor.
My professional mentor. It's going to be weird chasing Dak around. Doesn't love the idea of trying to hit Dak. He's going to try to dominate the shit out of this game, though. Miss me with this. Just another game.
It ain't no other game. Bullshit.
No way, man. And Jerry was asked yesterday. He was on The Fan up in the Metro 6 on one of his 14 radio shows he does. Do you feel like you let your money get mad? Jerry's like, no, absolutely not. Jerry wouldn't change it. Jerry's not going to admit that. Jerry told The Fan he did not let his money get mad. And not only did he not let his money get mad, he's actually super excited for the game. He's looking forward to seeing Micah because he loves him so much. Okay.
Now, let me ask you this.
I don't know what to expect. No, you don't hear. I expect the Packers to kick the Cowboys' ass is what I expect. That's what I expect.
Do you expect Jerry, if the boos rain down upon Micah, which I don't think they will, I think people will be standing ovation because people can't see the future. But if the boos were to rain down on Micah, would Jerry or Brian Schottenheimer grab the microphone and tell them to shut up and stop booing Micah Parsons?
No.
Shut up and answer.
No. That ain't how we do things, baby. That's not who we are.
I think Micah gets a standing ovation.
Jerry Jones puts himself in a win-win scenario every single day of his life. A, the team does great and he can brag about it. Or B, they do shitty and the whole world makes fun of him and he still makes money. Jerry is about the soap opera. Jerry loves the scenario that's been created by the trade with Green Bay coming into town. He loves it. The soap opera and the fun. Jerry should have been a talk show host, honestly, because he's more interested in the stories than the outcomes. He is.
Yeah, this is about 35 million. This is about 35 million Sunday night. I'm going over. If the over is 33, I'm going over.
Viewership?
Yes.
Oh yeah, highest rated game of the regular season. No question, not close. All right, let's do some punching. You want to do a little punching? Let's get a little violent up in here. We've been on the air a long time today. Golly.
Yeah,
all right, it is just punching.
Damn,
it is in the building.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
Excuse me. Well, I mean, this is an easy one for me. Maybe it's a give-up punch. Oh, did we lose Rudy Jizzle?
No, I'm here.
I want to punch myself for coming to work yesterday and exposing y'all to this cold that I got. I'm sorry. I swear to you, I didn't. When I woke up, I thought, sound weird, but I felt fine. I still feel fine. But it's clearly a head cold. I apologize in advance. I probably should do the show from home again tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can get through I need to get through a few. How long are you contagious? Just an old school head cold. How long are those symptoms contagious?
From what I've learned, I thought if you didn't have a fever, you weren't contagious, but I'm dumb.
I don't have a fever. If I had a fever, I wouldn't be doing the show.
I have no idea. I think, I say 2 days?
All right. I'll give you a legit punch. Besides myself for exposing y'all to my illness, I want to punch New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll.
What happened?
Boy, I'm pretty sure Oklahoma State listens to our podcast. The Giants might too. You bring in 40-year-old Russell Wilson, 30-whatever-year-old Jameis Winston. You draft Jackson Dart. Punch them for not knowing what the fuck they're doing on personnel.
They don't.
Again. So they're going to go to Jackson Dart, which they should have done from the beginning of the season. They should have never brought Russ in. They should have brought Jameis in as a backup to Jackson Dart, and he can kind of mentor Jackson Dart. Russ is too much of a douche to. Russ would have never signed with the Giants to be a backup. Just punch the Giants for dicking around and wasting time with Russell Wilson. They're going to go to Jackson Dart this week, as they should. It's unbelievable how these people can spend their entire life in football, get jobs in pro football, and Brian Daboll's a damn good coach who earned the job. He's a coach of the year his first year in New York. To have no ability to see objectively, I think sometimes, Rudy, coaches get so swamped in information that they lose objectivity.
Yeah, leader
You
of
don't see
men,
the
leader of
forest.
52 is different than leader of the offense.
You're surrounded by trees and you don't see the forest. That makes sense?
No, a lot of
Punch
sense.
Brian Daboll. Who you punching today and why?
Man, social media in general. I'm scaling back more and more, especially
Me too.
right now, man. It's a headache, man. Like, let me let y'all in on a secret that I had to figure out in 2016. You're never changing somebody's mind on Facebook. You're never gonna change anybody's mind. You're just gonna end up arguing and end up like you can just unfollow someone in silence. You don't have to argue. You don't have to argue with them. You're like, yo, that's the 12th time he's posted some shit I don't like. I'm just gonna unfollow him, and when he finds out, he finds out.
Who cares?
Like, I'm just punching social media, man. It's so draining. It drains. You only get so much good energy. I got to stop giving my good energy away to social media because it will really, really take a lot out of you because it's bad right now. So just punch social media. But the thing is, again, I got to tell you about Slackers. I got to tell you about Texas Cheer Liquor. I got to tell you about Jay Ribaldo. I got to tell you about GC Roofing. I got to help my clients make money. So it's a necessary evil, but I'm trying to scale way back, man, especially right now. All we do is argue all day and nobody's changing anybody's mind. I've never seen a Facebook argument end in, you know what? You made a great point. I've changed my mind. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, just let it be. Just let people have their opinions. And if you hate their opinions, unfollow them in silence. Just leave. You know how many people I've unfollowed or just blocked or just like not said anything? I don't feel the need to tell you. I'll just leave. Like, it's really that simple.
I think the reason why a lot of people don't just unfollow or block, they love it.
Yeah.
They love the drama. They act like they're mad and you ever known people that they're always in a bad mood because they've got drama?
They like it.
You dig it. You get off on it. Even if it's even the negative feelings, you get off on the negativity of it.
Yeah.
And that's exposed. There's we've always been a lot of drama queens, but social media exposes them.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm with you. I thought Jimmy Kimmel's monologue last night was brilliant. I don't know if you all watched it.
I saw a little bit of the clip, but I'm like, damn.
The whole
so
thing. It was great.
You
get cried twice.
You get suspended and you come back and throw haymakers at Trump after you got suspended for throwing haymakers at Trump. Charlie, I don't know. I was like, damn, ABC or Disney, whoever, like, y'all really, I don't know. It's a weird situation.
I thought he was great. And look, I'm sick of politics, like I said at the beginning of the show. And I don't ever watch Jimmy Kimmel unless it's a non-political topic. He's got Eddie Vedder on or Bradley Cooper or someone who's got a movie I want to watch. But I never watch those nighttime shows. But I'll say this, good on Jimmy. He held his ground. He got a lot of support. And a lot of people don't even agree with him, supported him, because this is not about Jimmy Kimmel. This is about
First Amendment.
Our government now trying to take freedom of speech away from us, and we can't be doing that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. No. You know, and I hate politics, and I hate when I'm forced to pay attention to it. We were forced to get wrapped up in it during all that shit with the mayor here in San Antonio and Project Marvel and getting it onto the ballot and all that. Spurs Jesus and all that shit. Making us look like idiots. I hate it. You know, but I'm a talk show host. This is what I do for a living. I make my money talking about things freely. But there are some things that I would never say because we'll lose all of our people probably. But I don't know that I have an opinion that would run everybody off. That's another thing. We overreact and panic. This goes back to the country being we're all a bunch of scared people. We're all worried about, I'm going to get canceled or no one's going to watch me anymore. Are they? Do they really? Most people that get canceled, Kimmel got canceled by the president on Friday and he's back at the job within 3 days. It's never usually as bad, by the way.
No,
Louis
never.
C.K.'s out on the road doing stand-up still, you know?
Dog.
Dude.
And that shit was crazy.
I know. Anyway, no, I'm a talk show host. I came up. I'm all about free speech, even if I don't agree with you, because I'm not the kind of guy that I'm not going to go to war. I'm not going to shoot you if I don't agree with your opinion.
No,
and I'm not going to argue with you on Facebook all day. I'm a dorky talk show host. This is a country where it's always allowed people to have an opinion. Now your employer could fire your ass for saying something that goes against company policy, for sure. That's their right to do so. But I study history. Will Rogers was one of the first great orators in American history in the 20s and 30s. Mark Twain is a guy that he gave a shit ton of political satire stuff, and no one ever told Mark Twain you can't write any more books. No one told Will Rogers you can't do any more radio segments. It's gotten a little outlandish with the crackdown on those that don't agree, and I think we can all agree on that. Even Ted Cruz threw Trump under the bus. Ben Shapiro, who is one of the great young conservative thinkers we have in this country. Ben Shapiro I actually thought Charlie Kirk could be the future president of this country. I thought Charlie Kirk was on a presidential trajectory until he got killed. Ben Shapiro's another one. These are people that I don't agree with half the shit they say, but I want to say good on Ted Cruz and good on Ben Shapiro, staunch MAGA conservative Republicans who have criticized Trump and the FCC, what's his name, Brendan Carr, for this insanity with Jimmy Kimmel. They look bad. Trump looks bad on this. He does. And good on these Republicans for agreeing. Because it's just common sense. That's not America. This ain't fucking Iraq. Now, granted, your employer has the right you can say whatever you want in this country, but your employer has the right to fire your ass over it. But ABC didn't suspend Jimmy Kimmel. The president pressured Disney, who pressured ABC, who then suspended Jimmy Kimmel. And that was chicken shit by Disney. That was chicken shit. Anyway, that's it. That's it. Where were we? Orlando Kell. He's the official family lawyer in the building. If you need a family lawyer for whatever reason, whether it's divorce or changing a decree or adoptions or this kind of thing, custody issues, it is my guy, Orlando Kell. 210-775-4995. You can also email him directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of Orlando directly, you need him like now, I will give you his cell phone number, but you have to reach out to me first. That's it. I need to go rest my voice. We got lunch in an hour and a half or less.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be there. All right.
All right. See you at lunch. This is a good time. Why are you laughing? We're starting to get I think where the gremlins are starting to show up, so it might be a good exit.
Yeah. I'll text you here in a second, Mike. I got a question.
Lasted 90 minutes before it started shitting on the bed, so that's good. I'm happy. That's it. We're done. See you boys.
Laters.
Eat them up. God bless and birds up.